Hello everyone, back tuning in to our Friday night live stream. So we're going to be here for probably no more than around half an hour. We'll just check in and see how we're all doing on this Friday evening. It's been a gorgeous day, hasn't it? Absolutely fantastic day. So lovely. And I hope you've all managed to get out and enjoy it and soak up a little bit of the sun. Safely, of course. So being a weather forecaster, we have to very much espouse the idea of safe sun as caps weather needs. But if you can get out and enjoy it and do so safely without burning, then it has been an absolutely gorgeous day today. So I've been busy this evening working, working on the summer update. I've got all of the analogues together for the summer 2020 forecast, and very, very interesting they are too. I can't say any more than that. I can't let any cats out of the bag. But yeah, they are really, really interesting. Our last batch of the summer analogues. You know, the idea that they're based on all of the updates. So they'll be showing like the leading years for the summer forecast. The leading years of the updates. So we've been doing the updates as we've been going along through the last few weeks, last 3 months, and so at the end, we get all of the years together. It's amazing how Terry Scully does this actually for us. So we get all of the years together that are like the leading years for our analogues, updates. And then from that we're able to create like analogues for the years that come out on top. So sort of the years have 4 matches or more, the years have 5 matches or more, the years have 6 matches or more, and so on, till we narrow it down to the key analogue years. It's always fascinating to see how it comes together, and that's what I've been doing this evening anyway. Terry sent through the spreadsheet a couple of days ago, sort of showing what the key years were, but this evening I've actually been sitting down and getting all of the analogues together for the years that like score 4 or more and 5 or more and 6 or more, and it really is quite enjoyable to do it and see how all of the updates that we've been doing for the last 12 weeks have sort of come together. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to get the summer forecast actually done tomorrow. I'm going to get it recorded and get it recorded and uploaded and whatnot to YouTube. So I'll be busy tomorrow evening. Very busy doing that. Be a late night for me, I think. But I hope when you get to see it on Sunday, you all enjoy it. Okay, so got plenty of people with us. As usual with the Friday night streams, I'm not going to take any questions or anything like that. I want this to be a much more relaxed sort of stream where everybody just gets involved with chatting with one another within the live chat. So it's not going to be like what we do on a Wednesday and on a Sunday. I want it to all be a little bit more relaxed and leisurely, a little more leisurely pace for everyone and for me as well, to ease us all into the weekend. But we have got plenty of people with us, so thank you so much everybody for being with us on this Friday evening. I'm not going to keep you too late. We'll be here probably until just after 10:30, something like that. In around 5-10 minutes we'll have a look at 12Z and see what the GFS, the GEM and the ECM are showing. But we won't be keeping you here until the early hours, that is for sure. Got 30 people with us right now, so hello and thank you so much everybody for being with us on this Friday evening. Our moderator Savvy is with us, so good evening Savvy, thank you so much for being with us this evening. I know it's quite late, so thank you for being here Savvy this evening. And we've also got Alpha SB with us as well. Now I know that it's SB's birthday, so if everybody can say thank you to Savvy and can say happy birthday to SB, that would be great. So happy birthday SB, and I hope you've had a lovely day. Okay, let's have a look at one or two more of the comments that we've got here then. So we've got Carl Vaughan Griffin with us saying good evening. Been a great day, been hot in Widnes. Yeah, been pretty hot here, Carl. Actually, most of the day I had a nice fresh sort of easterly wind, but around 4 o'clock, the wind just suddenly dropped out, and it became really, really hot then. But up before that, it was quite fresh, really. Got VK saying, been the sunniest spring on record. Yes, I've heard that. Sunniest May or sunny spring. I heard that news, VK. So, yeah, I think it's related to May rather than spring. I don't think we've got the full spring data yet. We possibly have, and I've missed it. But I think it's more related to May. But certainly it has been a gorgeous May, hasn't it? So warm, dry, sunny. And that's with a cold snap as well. Because let's not forget, we did have quite a potent cold snap early on in the month that really shook things up as well. Jack Lowe is with us. Good evening, Jack. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. And also Mark Hodgen is with us as well, saying, hi, going. Certainly been hot in Stoke-on-Trent, but we definitely need the rain guard is bone dry. Yeah, it's really dry here as well, Mark. And not much sign of rain before the middle of next week. Anyway, we may get some showers later on, but not much sign of any rain in the next few days. We're going to have a look at 12Z very shortly, and we'll see then what the 12Z has got to say. Alan Petru is with us. Good evening, Alan. And also Iceman with us as well. So good evening, Alan. Good evening, Iceman. Callum is with us also. And we've got Dylan Holbrook saying, evening, everybody. Hope you all had a nice day. It was sunny in Essex today. I think it's been sunny everywhere, Dylan. I don't think there's many places at all that have been stuck under the cloud today. Savvy is giving us a little bit of the Beatles. I didn't know you're a Beatles fan, Savvy. Here comes the sun. My mother loves the Beatles. Mrs. Partridge absolutely loves the Beatles. In the 1960s, there used to be a rock and roll club in Northamptonshire called Gayway. You won't be able to call a club that these days, but it used to be on Abington Street in Northampton, and she used to go and rock the night away in the 60s. And a couple of times they actually had the Beatles there doing a term before they were famous. I think 3 times she managed to see the Beatles in Northampton before they became famous in this little rock and roll club. Used to be on Abington Street, and she really loves the Beatles. So yes, definitely we know all about Beatles songs in Gaz Weatherby's Towers. Max Crazy Storm is saying hit 27 today here in Perth, Scotland. That's absolutely remarkable, Max. 27. Absolutely remarkable for Scotland. Andrew Barker is with us as well, saying looks like it's going to be a big cool down. Have a look at 12Z in a moment, Andrew, and we'll see what the 12Z has to say very shortly. So carrying on down the chat, we've got Adrian Major, our good friend Adrian, is with us, saying good evening, Gav. Hope you had a good day, very warm today, but not quite the 30 degrees I hoped for. Never mind, still a lovely day. Well, the fact that we're contemplating the possibility of getting to 30, Adrian, is in late May. I mean, that just shows how good the weather is at the moment anyway, because I remember back in the 80s, a lot of summers altogether didn't used to get to 30, or quite a few of them. Anyway, if anybody is as old as me, they'll remember that back in the 1980s, there were several summers that didn't get to 30 degrees. You're stuck down underneath 30. So, it just goes to show you, doesn't it? But we are in remarkable times at the moment. Dylan is saying grass is turning brown. Yeah, same here. I cut the grass yesterday, Dylan, and it is quite remarkable how brown the garden is going, the grass is going. So again, it's all reminiscent of 2018, I guess. Savvy saying, love the Beatles. They played in Victoria Pier in my town way back before it burned down. I'm sorry to hear that, Savvy. I'm sorry to hear that the pier burned down. But at least people have got the memories of that anyway, haven't they? Mark Kanish is with us. Good evening, Mark. And we've also got Bradley Tobias as well. Saying Met Office said could up to 30 in the south on Wednesday. I think it will get hotter early next week, actually, Bradley. So we've got this cooler, sort of fresher easterly wind right now. But yeah, I think early next week, we'll see the wind easing off. And I think in the south, so the heat at the moment is sort of in the north and in the northwest, but I think early next week we'll probably see the heat migrating more towards the south and southeast. That's a general idea, I think. Anyway, but heat will sort of migrate further south and southeast. But in like the north at the moment, that's where the hottest temperatures is. But early next week, I think there's a possibility, certainly high 20s. I wouldn't necessarily go as far as say 30, but certainly high 20s look possible early next week. How long have we been talking for? So we've been here for a little while, I think. So been here for 10 minutes. So give it another 15 minutes, another 5 minutes, I should say. Give it a quarter of an hour, and then have a look at 12Z and see what 12Z are showing as we look out into the next couple of weeks. We've got 39, nearly 40 people with us right now. So hello and good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this evening. So we've also got Ken saying, I like British English. I'm an American living in the UK. And this cracks me up all the time. Well, I'm glad we're entertaining you, Ken. Yes, I'm glad that we're able to entertain you and we're giving you a bit of a laugh. So I'm sort of I've got quite a broad Northamptonshire accent. I'm sure everybody has noticed that, and some of the pronunciation can be a little bit confusing for some people. I'm aware, but I've had comments over the years saying that, you know, they're a little bit unsure some of the time about what I'm saying. But hopefully we're able to you're able to understand what I'm saying anyway. Iceman is also saying love the Beatles. I have to tell Mrs. Partridge that we've got so many young of the younger generation who like the Beatles. She'll be absolutely delighted with that, because of course her big fear is that when her generation is gone, that the Beatles will kind of be forgotten. But definitely, by the look of my followers and Gaz Weatherby's chat, it certainly looks like there's quite a few fans of the Beatles here with us tonight. So yeah, that's absolutely great. She'll be delighted to know about it. I'll definitely let her know tomorrow morning. Catalytic converter is saying I think we might see 40 in the UK this year, or 39.8. So it's a bold prediction, Catalytic. Can we get 2 years back to back that are as hot as that? I mean, we got to 39 last year. Can we get to 2 years back to back that's as hot as that? I'm not sure, but definitely that's a pretty bold prediction. Alpha SB saying looking forward to this cool night. It is a bit fresher, isn't it, Alpha? I'm not sure where you are, but yes, it's definitely a little bit fresher out there tonight. So I think we'll be a bit more comfortable. It's very warm in the northwest, I think, in the west, in the north. So where Savvy is, I would imagine it's still pretty warm over there. But where I am, maybe where you are, I don't know. But it certainly is quite a bit cooler and fresher tonight. But I say make the most of it, because I think by early next week we're going to see the heat and humidity sort of picking up again down in the south, unfortunately. So it may well start to get quite a lot colder, or quite a lot warmer and more humid down in the south. Now, Ken is saying, Gav, I can understand you. I was referring to how you call it a garden. A garden to me is where you grow veggies and fruit. We call it a backyard. No, I've got a garden actually, Ken. I've got you know, I've got a proper garden. I've got potatoes grown, I've got peas, I've got sweet corn, I've got runner beans, I've got cabbages, I've got cauliflowers, I've got, you name it, I've got it. So yes, I have got a garden, definitely, and a large lawn as well. One day I'll have to do I'll have to do a couple of updates outside. I've always wondered about taking the camera outside and doing it in the garden. But it's just, I would love to do that actually, and sort of have the garden in the background and that. But it's just like the logistics of being able to do it really, because all of the software that I use for recording is kind of tied to the desktop that I sit here in front of, as I am now, when I'm recording. And so that would mean I'm going to get everything sort of unplugged and taken outside and then plug it back in again. It's just the kind of the logistics of being able to do that but is held me back. But I would love to be able to do a couple of updates outside, like in the garden. You know, take Gav's weather vids outdoors, and maybe walk a little bit and prove to everybody that after how many years has it been? 8 years, is it? Prove to everyone that I do actually have legs and I can walk, and I'm not just sat here in front of the camera all the time. I think it'd be great to be able to do that. Okay, I think giving everybody enough time to be able to check in. Excuse me. And be with us that wants to be. So I reckon we'll do a little bit of have a little bit of a look at the 12Z next then. So because I don't want to keep here too long, getting quite late. Let's have a look at 12Z and see what it's showing. Now, I have no idea what 12Z is going to be showing tonight, because I've been beavering away all night on my analogues for the summer forecast, so I don't know what 12Z is going to show. So this will be as big a surprise for me as it is for you. Okay, so let's have a look, and we'll go to GFS first of all. That's always probably the best place to start. Let's hope we don't have any risque ads turning up at Weather Central tonight. We can do without those. Right, so I want to enable hover, and we'll have a look and we'll see what 12Z has got to say for GFS. So obviously that's the situation at the moment. We're under high pressure, big ridge over Scandinavia. We're bringing in very warm easterly winds. It looks dry, fine. You know, it's about as good as it gets really for the end of May. We go through to tomorrow, very little change. So it could be another day of wall-to-wall sunshine. Temperatures will be very warm as well. Again, warmest temperatures probably in the northwest tomorrow. Still a little bit of an easterly breeze down in the south will temper the heat a little bit. But I imagine it will be a little bit warmer perhaps tomorrow with the wind than it has been today on the eastern side. And we go through to Sunday, and that wind is sort of dropping out a little bit. The wind drops out a little bit on Sunday and begins to shift a little bit more southeast. So I think by Sunday we'll probably see the warmth, the heat sort of more in the south again. We'll be in the northwest too. It'll be pretty much everywhere, but I think the south and southeast will be warmer on Sunday, and we'll probably see the humidity beginning to pick up a little bit as well. And then we'll run into the early part of next week, and again, the idea is very much towards warmer conditions through the early part of next week. So, again, up to around middle of next week, looks mainly dry, fine and warm. By the time we get through to Wednesday, possibly just starting to bring in some cooler air from the northeast, and then we could start to generate some showers, particularly in more northern and eastern parts of the country as well. And then we head out into the second half of next week. And again, it's the same idea really. We've got the same idea as we've been having with model output for a while. I've got high pressure pulling out to our northwest, low pressure is to our east. We're bringing in most northerly winds. Again, I'm not sure it's going to be all that much rain with that. There could be showers in places, particularly areas exposed to those north to northeasterly winds. But one thing it does look is a lot cooler though. So there may not be all that much away of precipitation, except for showers, but it definitely looks as though it will be a lot cooler as we go into the second half of next week. So if you don't like the heat at the moment and the sunny warm weather, then definitely that does look a lot cooler. Winds remain in from the north as we go into the first weekend of June. That's the 6th and the 7th of June. And running out beyond that, in towards day 10, we start to try and ridge in the Azores High. The Azores High is trying to get back in. Will it make it? Let's see what happens. So, yeah, it looks as though as we begin to move through the second week of June, definite signs perhaps of the Azores High becoming a little bit more influential. There's a little short wave feature that sort of drops in and stops the Azores High linking up to Scandinavian High. I'm not sure about that. I mean, we're at 336 hours away now. Really long way out. But it definitely looks as though from around day 10 to like day 11, 12, 13, the Azores High is trying to make a move. So it could be that we're going to move back towards higher pressure as we get to like the second week of June and into towards the middle of the month. Let's have a look at the GM. See what GM is showing. So again, we're at a big ridge of high pressure for tomorrow. Again, fine, high and dry, really summing it all up. And we keep these dry, fine conditions going then right the way through into Sunday and then through into Monday as well. Then into the middle of next week, start to pull the high pressure out towards the northwest again. We begin to pull in some northeasterly type winds. And we start to turn more unsettled through the middle part of next week, as well as becoming cooler as well. And then we head up in towards a more extended range with the GM, so heading up towards day 10. Again, northerly, northeasterly winds, a lot cooler. Again, not sure how much precipitation is associated with that, really. There will be showers in the northeast, but whether there's widespread rainfall, I'm a little bit dubious. Northerlies tend not to be overly wet, but definitely it's a lot cooler. By the time we get through to day 10, it looks like we're just trying to ridge the Azores High back in. So by day 10, Monday the 8th of June, could be seeing the first signs of the Azores High trying to get in. And then lastly, we'll finish off with the ECM to go and see what the ECM 12Z has been showing. We're going to go 24-hourly steps with the ECM, of course. So again, situation at the moment, big ridge of high pressure. It's dry, fine, very warm too. That carries on through the weekend. It's going to be another vintage weekend. If you want to get the barbecues out, then definitely do it. It's going to be an absolutely vintage weekend coming up. By Tuesday, we're just taking the high pressure out to our west, but the heat is probably building more down in the south by Tuesday. But by Wednesday, we started pulling some cooler northeasterly winds, probably going a bit showery through that middle part of the week. That's Thursday and through into Friday. It's taking a little bit long with the ECM to pull this northerly into the south. So I've got some northerly winds into the far north, but actually for the south, that's probably still relatively warm, even up to the end of next week, actually. It is going cooler in the north. Let's see if it does eventually pull down those northerly winds. So that's Saturday, 6th of June. And by then, we are starting to go into more of a north to northeasterly then. Not for long, though. And look at that. By the time we get through to day 10, which is Monday, the 8th of June, the Azores High is already showing signs of ridging back in. So out of the three models, the ECM is less northerly through the second half of next week. It has a much more toned down northerly. If this was winter, of course, people would be tearing their hair out about the ECM taking away another northerly blast. But it's less northerly for the end of next week, the ECM. And it is more progressive in trying to get the Azores High back in business as well. So it remains to be seen. I think we will still get a northerly shot through the second half of next week, but I'm a bit dubious how much precipitation there will be. And we can already start to see a few signs, a few hints of the Azores High maybe trying to ridge back again, actually, as early as like the beginning of the second week of June. So we shall see how it pans out, but definitely it does look as though that Azores High is remaining very, very rigid, even if it's pulling out to our west and allowing down these northerly winds later next week. Probably won't be all that long before we get ourselves back into the Azores High again. Okay, so that's what the 12Z is showing tonight. So I'll go back to YouTube and we'll be here for another 5 minutes or so, and then I reckon we'll have done long enough and we'll let you get on with the rest of your Friday evening. Right then, so let's see what you've all been making of that. So it's still around 40 people watching. Thank you so much everybody for being with us on this Friday night. I hope you've all had a lovely evening on this Friday night. Okay, so it looks as though I've frozen a little bit with the screen. But that's it, it's unlocked. The live chat just froze then when I did that little bit of screen sharing, so I wonder what was going on. But yeah, it's okay now. The live chat has unlocked. So Iceman's telling me it's feeling fresh in Northamptonshire. That's where I am, Iceman. So yeah, it's a fresher evening. I think Ken would like to see me take Gaz Weatherford's outdoors. I'm not sure about it, Ken, but if I can manage it, then it would be quite good to do it. Neil Cutler, our good friend Neil, is with us as well. We've also got Andrew Barker saying, like, the Beatles, Searchers, and the Hollies. Well, my Mrs. Partridge loves them. Andrew, I'll have to tell her about all of my followers loving all of the bands that she loves. Yeah, she likes Beatles, Searchers, Hollies. They all went up to the little club that she used to go to in Northamptonshire back in the early 60s. So she saw them all, really, the Beatles, the Searchers, the Hollies. I think they had the Rolling Stones there a couple of times. She doesn't like the Rolling Stones, actually. So she used to give them a miss when the Rolling Stones were playing in this little club gateway in Abington Street in Northamptonshire. They came a couple of times, the Rolling Stones, and she used to avoid them because she didn't really like them. But I mean, it used to be virtually free, I think, to get into the club back then. And when you think how much you would have to pay to see the Rolling Stones now, it just goes to show you, doesn't it? But I don't think she was ever overly keen on the Rolling Stones, really. So moving down, we can see that Neil is saying, in the garden, insects galore, waiting for the hedgehog. He comes for water. I've not seen a hedgehog for quite a while, actually, Neil. So be nice to see a hedgehog. We used to have them around a lot around where I am in Northants, but I haven't seen one for a little while. So it'd be nice if we could see some hedgehogs. Alpha SB is saying, I think this summer will be dry, but there will be some brief interruptions. You're going to see on Sunday, SB, what we're forecasting. So I can't say any more, but definitely you will see on Sunday what Gaslove is forecasting. The analogues are already in the can. I've got a little bit of a cough tonight. The analogues are already in the can. And they are very, very interesting. And that's about as much as I can say without letting too many cats out of the bag. But some people will be very happy with this summer forecast, I think. And a few people probably won't be all that happy. But I can't say a great deal more of that. And of course, we're going to have a sneak peek for autumn as well. So if you're not particularly a summer person, then, of course, after Sunday, the long-range bandwagon is going to roll on into the autumn updates. So they'll be quite interesting, I suppose. They always are. I saw somebody asking about the winter. Whether it's too I think it's whether it's too early for winter updates. I can tell you that the NAO forecast is going to be released quite shortly. Actually, I'll tell you on Sunday what's happening with the NAO forecast. But yeah, you're not going to have to wait too much longer now to see the forecast for the winter 2020-21 NAO forecast. I'll tell you in Sunday's live stream what's going on with that. Paul saying, interesting bit of history. I never knew about the Beatles. Thanks, Gav. So, didn't you know about Beatles, or didn't you know that the Beatles used to play, before they were famous, they used to play little clubs all over the country, including in Northampton. One other thing I've been thinking of doing as well for a little while is probably enabling the webcam on some of the live streams. So I don't know if anybody would like to see me appear on the webcam with the live streams. Maybe that's something we could think about doing in future live streams. So I'm going to wrap this stream up very shortly, although we are popping up to nearly 50 people watching, so we've been here for half an hour. I'm going to wrap this up quite shortly, but yeah, I think maybe we'll start enabling the webcam a little bit over the next over some stream. Not all the time. I don't think I'll have webcam enabled all the time when I'm streaming. But just on some of the streams, I might enable the webcam and just let you have a little look at me and you know, see that I am actually here, sitting in front of the microphone and in front of the webcam. So if that's something you'd like to see, then I'm going to wrap stream up in a moment, so you won't really be able to let me know through the live chat, but you can do it through the comments, I suppose, when the video is processed by YouTube. Gavin Wilcox and Gavin Harwood are posting with us. So yes, thank you both. All the Gavins out in force tonight. Dylan is saying, yes, as long as you're not wearing your PJs, Gab. No, definitely I won't be appearing in pyjamas. Dylan, that's no need to worry about that. I shall be in proper clothing, appropriate clothing. And Callum is saying maybe have some guests joining. Yes, that's something I've been thinking about, but the issue with that is always the logistics of it. You know, now that YouTube has got rid of their platform, you know, it used to be so easy to be able to have several people live streaming together when YouTube had their platform, and the name of that escapes me at the moment. But we used to stream through YouTube's own platform. They got rid of it, they mothballed it, and so now I'm having to stream through Streamlabs. And that does make it much harder, because Streamlabs, you can only stream on your own, really. So it does make it much harder to live stream with other people. I suppose I could bring people into Gav's one of these towers, and we could all be sat in front of the webcam. That could be something that you mean, Callum, that we bring everybody into Gaz Webby's towers, and we stream to and we sit here in front of the camera, something like that. And also, I see Neil is saying my missus cut my hair tonight. Gone from Hanson curtains to grey 2 all over. I've been debating this. Neil. I don't know if you saw the video on my personal channel. My hair is giving me the pip. It's got too long. I'd normally be at the hairdresser's by now, and I am very, very, very close. I brought some clippers. I'm very, very close to just getting rid of it all. Well, not getting rid of it all, not going bald, but sort of shaving it very short. So yes, I'm debating whether to do that or not. There's a video on the Gavin Partridge channel that's been quite popular, actually. Quite a few people got involved with the discussion. The general consensus seems to be just get rid of it. Get rid of the hair. So there may be a video turning up sometime in the next few days or nights where I've took the clippers to her hair and just cut a lot of it off. We shall see. And Sammy is saying, oh my gosh, I just walked into a spider web. Was looking at Half Moon. Can anyone else see it? I'll go out and have a look. Actually in a moment, Savvy. So I'm indoors at the moment, but as soon as I've wrapped this up, I'll go out and have a look and see what that moon's doing. Okay, that really sums it up, I think. Thank you so much, everybody, for this relaxing Friday evening live stream. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you to Savvy for moderating very late into the evening. So everybody say thank you to Savvy for doing that. And I'll wrap things up. So just to say what's coming up over the weekend, it's going to be a massive, massive weekend. So tomorrow we're going to start off with the third and final summer 2020 analogs update. So there's one last thing still to do before we release the forecast, and that's to get all of the long range models together and see what they're all showing for the summer. So we're going to get 12 long range models together. That'll be 10 a.m. tomorrow. Going to be a really interesting watch. Then we've got weekend forecast and also week to 10 day, all of the regular stuff. And then, of course, on Sunday, we've got got the big one. We've got the 10 a.m. summer 2020 forecast. That's going to be absolutely fantastic watch, hopefully. And hopefully you'll all enjoy that. We've also, of course, on Sunday got Gaz Webby's Sunday Roundup, and we shall have the autumn sneak peek as well. The long range bandwagon rolls on into the autumn, with the autumn updates beginning. And we'll have a sneak peek for autumn on Sunday, and then we'll be live streaming as well. So that's going to be a really great live stream. Hopefully, we'll of course discuss the summer forecast. I'm sure people have questions about the summer forecast. I'll probably have questions myself about the summer forecast. To be honest, it's going to be one of those, I think. And we'll also have a look at CFSV2 for winter 2020-21 in Sunday's live stream as well. So looking at a bit of CFS data in the ultra long range. So it's all still to come. It's all to play for this weekend. And hopefully you're going to enjoy everything that we've got coming up for you over the weekend. All right, great live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Hopefully that's eased you into your Friday night and ease you into the weekend. Stay safe and stay well. We'll see you on Sunday, and try and catch up with all of the updates that we've got coming up between now and Sunday afternoon's live stream. Live stream, of course, 5 o'clock on Sunday. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for being with us this evening.